What's up, Sarah? It's your gal Pumpkin-chan, ready to graciously assist you in your Final Fantasy VII Rebirth stream.
Oh, that's
On this
not what we're doing
Wednesday,
right now.
I'm feeling particularly positive about. Don't worry, I won't be pumpkin-led off by any
There we go.
questions. Ha ha.
Well, okay, so let's go ahead and deal with that and set up Pumpkin. It looks like I can be heard, but Warudo is not using my mic.
Hey Zero, I'm so glad we're hanging out in VR chat together.
Getting there just a second. Let's get me on first, and then we'll configure Pumpkin as part of the review, the update.
I'm all set, Zero, and I see that it's 6:08 PM already. Time flies when we're having fun.
There we go. Okay, my mic is working. Hello! So yeah, welcome to the weekly update. We're not going to be doing, like I mentioned, project exploration anymore for a while. On temporary hiatus, as long as ICOM is, doing its thing. And it's been doing its thing. We got new stuff. So let's walk through that, I guess.
Ooh, new stuff sounds
Let's go ahead and switch over to ICOM there. There you go. Yeah, so
Zero, I'm right behind you, and don't worry, I won't get lost in the virtual patch of candy
let's
corn.
explore through what's been changed, and firsthand for ICOM, so you can see what it is and what we're doing and how it's working. I haven't set this IP address yet, but this is supposed to point to my AI machine, which is Delphi essentially. I wonder, actually, can I just type Delphi? Will that work?
Cool. So Delphi, my sister, is the AI machine, and you're working on getting her set up with a new IP address.
Might need to use the IP address, it looks like still. Yeah, because it looks like it's trying to use IPv6. Boop. Boop. Okay.
You have selected Microsoft Hazel Desktop, English, Great Britain, as Pumpkin's voice.
There we go. Actually, let's just shut that down and start ICOM again, just to make it a little easier. Okay, so
Good morning.
Changes.
I am ready to talk with you.
First thing you'll notice is the new media tab. We have, now capture, microphone, and output, each with individual mutes, and 4 different devices essentially. Now you can configure each one of those separately. The normal setup here is for Pumpkin is supposed to be that.
Can't wait to see what kind of fun things we can do with it.
That and that. There we go.
Oh my whiskers, Zero.
There we go. Now we can hear her.
We have so many new options to play with, like candy corn and butterscotch treats for our ears.
As for RVC, it's still using the wrong model, but let's go ahead and fix that.
I'm excited to configure each device separately and see what kind of sweet sounds we can create.
There we go.
This is going to be so much fun. Yay, Zero, it looks like we're all fixed up now. My pumpkin cat girl model is looking perfect, and I'm so happy we got to hang out on this lovely Wednesday. Butterscotch treats all around to celebrate.
So,
now, what's next on
let's go over what we've done and what is in the works. Yeah, it's been pretty exciting. We've gotten a lot of new customers. We're back in the pug, first of all. We've been back in the pug because we have access to a staff area, and soon it should be more official. And let's go ahead and just mute
Sounds like we've had a
Pumpkin
wild
for a
ride,
minute.
and I'm thrilled to hear we're back in the puck.
Yeah, so we'll be
New
back in the Great
customers are
Pug.
always a treat, and I'm perfectly happy to see our community growing.
I don't know. Well, it's getting there.
What's
It's slowly
next on the
growing, yeah.
horizon, my friend?
We obviously want to grow this community more and more. We hope that more people come along and try to help to grow the community. We do. I mean, we kind of focus on both being a VR chat community and a, promoting VR chat and world hopping, as well as our movie nights. But we also focus on AICOM mainly. And since AICOM has picked up, we have decided to go full time with it, and we are adding newer and newer stuff. So, what has been changed? We have added the new feature for these audio devices. Like I said, we have now 2 audio in, 2 audio out. So there was a lot of fixing and refactoring that had to be done to make that work. They are independent devices, so they do have to have different audio streams. It's kind of a little trick that I pulled to make that work. It uses the same buffer, same head buffer, but passes that buffer as needed to each individual device. And yeah, so fancy nonsense there. There's 2 audio listeners, obviously, and of course there's different audio listeners for Discord. So if you have the bot in Discord, you still talk to it, but those audio devices will not appear here. They are different from muting the mic here versus what is heard in by Discord. But this does, I believe it does actually mute Discord as well. So if you click this master mute for the microphone, wait, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I take that back. It does not. It might be it might actually be on the capture. I should probably figure that out because I might have configured it still to mute. But yes, now we have these fancy icons for muting. We have that. We have a new system for loading the vector. We call it the vector counts here now instead. You'll see it shows history, buffer, commands, all that. You'll see there's now a reload vectors button here. To make it easier to reload them when needed if something has changed, if something didn't seem to change. We moved that away from the personality description part here, which it used to be in here and it probably didn't make much sense. But now we have it here to make it a little easier to reload all of your vectors, which includes your songs, tracks, sounds, anything that gets vectorized. For the audio, like text to vector comparison. So we're looking for meaning and sentence to match it to a likeness of a item. So yeah, we also have now within integrations, we now have a new account linking section. We can walk through that. When you click link, it'll open up Discord, and whatever you're logged in on Discord, it'll access that. If you're using multiple profiles with Chrome like I do, whatever your current active profile is, like whatever browser is in focus, it's going to use that profile, so as a heads up, and then when you do that, it will use the Discord account that's logged in on that profile for Chrome, and then it's just going to let you know that it's going to access your roles. We access your roles of your account specifically for our guild or server to verify that you have the roles that would give you access to subscriber features. So that's the only reason you would want to link it is if you're a subscriber. You can do that, and then you get this when you're done. And you see it gracefully will go back to saying linked. Oh, excuse me. I need water. I should do that. BRB. But there we go. But yes, the reason why this stream was delayed a bit was because I wanted to make sure I had this avatar before, in Wario and ready for doing this, before I, uploaded or started doing the stream. Oh, that's odd. Why is the... oh, my camera's not plugged in, so it's not tracking my head or anything. But, oh, well, that's fine for today. Yeah, so, Link, we're going to have new features in, in ICOM that are specific to subscribers. The first one that's going to be coming up is going to be an AI functions. We're going to have a new function in here that's not just for, vision and navigation, but an extension to the navigation. We're going to we're going to be working on a node mapper, or I don't know who's going to be leading that project yet. There are two of us now. That's another big update to point out, I guess. I have brought on somebody to help with features who is going to be helping as part of a share of the Patreon and, both subscriber fees, we'll just say. We're splitting that 50-50 to work on ICOM. They will be working on whatever they really want, I guess. But we're in talks of what to work on next and who's going to be working on it. So, but most likely it may look like I'm working on the node map stuff. But whatever, it doesn't matter. What matters is that the next big thing that we're going to be working on is that node mapper alongside the Avatar SDK. We're going to be doing an Avatar SDK. So users can more easily set up avatars for VR chat, but also to allow more lifelike, more fluid avatars within, ICOM. So we can bring in some of those animations, for ICOM that we use within VR chat, things like dances and stuff like that. So you can rig those up on your avatar and export it. Not just for VR chat, but for ICOM. So that means there's going to be a new format for avatars for on-stream, the streaming avatar, because you see, Pumpkin is like, there. And that's how she, we get her to on screen, is because it captures the window and it captures that specific region. Like if I go and edit the layout here, you'll see that like, oops. You see the UI off to the side there. The window that the avatar is appearing in, that Pumpkin's appearing in, is transparent. So, yeah, with that said, we're going to be setting up that kind of rigging system for, AICOM, so you can have animations and whatnot for within ICOM and have them for your streaming solution, if that's what you use ICOM for. I do, obviously, so that it would be great for ICOM. One good thing that will be good for me, at least when doing this, is that it'll allow Pumpkin to be more animated on stream at the same time, as well as VR chat, so I can match what she does in VR chat and with what she does on stream, and especially with facial expressions now, because we have those and set up to allow different expressions on the avatar. So now Jokin has her expressions back when using GPT. One of the things that we ended up doing to solve that, actually, which is another feature to talk about, that was an addition. I ended up implementing text to emotion, but writing a cross implementation for C#, basically just rewriting it in C# with the help of ChatGPT. Not gonna lie, I kind of cheated it and mostly just to do it quicker, to allow Pumpkin, or to allow ICOM to still have emotion for when using third-party services for LLMs and GPT. So that's nicer. Let me adjust my mic just a little bit. It looks like it's overmodding. Okay, there we go. All right. So we have the new SDK that's coming out. We'll have the new node that, this will help with setting up the avatar for the new node mapping system. That will add, the texture and everything that you need on your avatar. So you can actually set your, have your avatar set up to have vision. And then when it has vision, you can enable the, navigation system. New option in here will probably be mapping. So instead of just wander where it wanders aimlessly, a new feature will appear for subscribers called mapping for motion mode. And that will allow that'll allow the bot to basically navigate around its world and environment and try to find and map out the environment for boundaries. And then from there, we can build out a node mesh, a nav mesh, essentially, and have your bot navigate to the individual nav points. And by doing this, though, we would need to actually let you set up labels. So what we would do is you would go to a point, and I'll have a UI in here for, it'll be in the node mapper section, essentially, or node mapping. And it will be, when you're at a place with your bot, it'll allow you to set a label for that specific point, basically creating a node with that label and setting it as a center. This is so you can set up different waypoints for your bot to move to, and then have a navigation set up for it. Probably also, add some fine-tuning stuff, such as adjust the node to center to the current point that you're in, and stuff like that. But otherwise, we plan to have it do an auto discovery of just walking around and seeing where it can go, and then setting up the points like that. So with that said, we have that coming in the works. It'll probably take a lot of fine tuning and debugging to make it work properly. So it's going to be a while before that comes out. But that will be the next big major feature. Alongside that, we do plan on adding more services for TTS. So we will, we're looking at what we can do with that, and potentially add the new services and the integrations, whatever integrations and services for new TTS. What else has been changed is there's profiles now. If you haven't been following along in a Discord, we now have the new profile system, which is in database. So you have these profiles here, and then currently right now it's on her default pumpkin. And when you change a profile, it basically reinitializes VRChat Discord. Oh my god. It reinitializes ICOM from the start and reloads the application.
Thanks for the tech tip. Sue has got the stream back on track now.
And we can go back to Pumpkin, and there you go. We have our configuration for Pumpkin. Yep, there it goes. It does a full reload, so it's just as if you just freshly restarted ICOM. There might be bugs in that still. There's no guarantee that it's 100% solid. We've tested it. It seems to work, but there still might be bugs that arise, so we'll address them as we find them. But pretty confident, though, that it is, all good to go. So yeah, let's go through and set up Pumpkin for what is missing here. So we've set up all of the services. Obviously, she's talking. Let's see what her default, when just being on stream like this, stuff is. AI personality. So there's one wrong, because I don't go by Scold anymore. It's just Seer. Pumpkin Girl. Okay. Yep. Pretty typical stuff. We don't really need that. Nah, that's fine. That can be in there. Candy corn, butterscotch, and catnip. Why does it say just candy corn? Well, that is a little weird. It's just candy corn, butterscotch, catnip. I'll just say this is worst candy. Favorite candy. And okay. Yep, that's all good to go there. And then dynamic personality traits were touched up and fixed, so those should all be working now too. Location description has not really changed in its behavior. I now added these open data folders. Oops, that's already a bug because this one is correct. That's the data folder. This one should read the cache folder. This will, and it seems to be they're both doing the same thing even. So yeah, I'll fix that here soon. It'll be definitely fixed in the next build. And you know what? Let's do that now. Unity Hub. And I think that really is it for the new features thus far. We did a lot to touch up video. Yeah, there was a fix for video. Now it'll do the usual search, and then when it gets it, it'll wait until 2%, because apparently that was the magic value, of the video has been downloaded, of the container size, by the way, before it'll actually try to play it. Because before, when it was trying to play too early, it would actually crash internally. Like, it was a problem within Unity. The Unity video player would crash internal and cause problems. So now if we switch to another video, it should gracefully change it up. But then there was also long videos that we were having a problem with, and it would kind of just break on long videos. And that was part of why. It was because we didn't have enough of it downloaded before it could actually try to play it. So now it goes to, load it, it finds it, it waits for the download to reach a certain point, and then finally plays. Ooh, that's loud. But there you go. Oh, what am I hearing? Actually, where is that coming from? Oh, I think that's coming from YouTube. Yep, okay. Okay, so, yep, and why is TTS stuck? Pumpkin, why is your TTS stuck? Well, that's odd. All right, well, I guess when that happens, might as well do a restart.
Good morning. I am ready to talk with you.
There we go. I don't know why I was stuck like that. That was kind of odd. I guess that's another little bug to look into. It might have just been because of the profile reload. I'm not really certain. Oh yeah, looking at where that was, and you can see this how minuscule this bug was. It's most likely in this help tab here. Oh yeah, it was in this help tab here, and that, and yeah, it says open data folder. This should read. It does. Yeah, it's I labeled it and then didn't change this part of it. Open cache folder. Debug utility, open cache folder. There you go. Oh, whoopsie. But that's just to make it easier to find the cache folder. We'll have that fixed, like I said, in a later build. The idea is that it lets you get to the cache folder to delete like MP4s and whatnot, because when people are asking your bot constantly like search for this, search for that, and in the case of like Pumpkin here, it is a lot. It builds up a lot. Oh wait, was that even able to even build properly? How did it build if it was well, let's find out if it pushed it to 241.
Good morning.
242, whatever, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so there it is. And of course, yeah, open cache folder, yeah, instant prefix, right? Maybe, because oh no, why can't I open the cache folder? Oh, there it goes. Okay, yeah, open data folder should open the data folder. There you go. Okay, yep, that's labeled correctly. Wait, what's the database on? It is Pumpkin. Okay, so yeah, there you go. That is all I have for this week's update. Nothing really different has happened in VR chat, in the VR chat scope of things that really matter to us. So really nothing to say there. There is a very odd growing fear of age verification. Don't know why. We are going to be, once it comes out to full public, we are going to be switching to an age verified instance, period. We don't want children in the instance. At the current state of things, we are, banning children once we see them, especially if you have in your profile. But if we detect a child in the instance, we will ban them on site. We do not want children in our instances because they've caused problems and because the intermingling of children and adults just doesn't work. It is just a better and safer environment for everyone if we have an adult-only instance. This does not permit, like people ERPing in public. We are not going to allow that. However, we will be a little more permissible of adult things, and we just ask that everyone respects each other. And that's the main reason we'll kick somebody is if they're being disrespectful to anyone. The other thing that we've added recently, there's been a growing concern of people coming into the instances and basically bad-mouthing our group, bad-mouthing people, bad-mouthing things, or just trying to bypass moderation in general because they don't like moderation. So they'll come in and immediately start blocking staff members. We don't allow that. But at the same time, it doesn't make any one of us feel comfortable, and core staff members specifically, but it doesn't make any one of us comfortable when somebody comes in and has one of us blocked. So this applies to our core members of, the community. If you come in and have one of us blocked, you will be warned a few times. If you're getting warnings like that, it's probably because you have a staff member blocked and you should unblock them. If you do not know who are staff members, you can ask. Unfortunately, VRChat does not have a good way to supply who are staff members. If it helps, we can add a list of core members somewhere. But for the most part, do not block core members of the, of our instances, or you'll be warned and eventually kicked. And if we see that you keep coming back with core members of the, the group blocked, you see them on stream whenever, when we do our weekly world hop, those are our core members. Just unblock us because we obviously don't want you in our instances if you're not there to socialize, or if you're not capable of socializing with us. We'll be a little permissible, like if you've joined a friend or something, but I would much rather you mute us than block us, like whatever. At least then we can see what you're doing for moderation purposes. And that's the main reason why we don't want you blocking us, because it's a little rude to badmouth someone while they're blocked. And we are not going to any longer permit that. We do handle it more on a case-by-case situation, but we are looking at people who frequently come into the instance just to badmouth us. Yeah. And I mean, that's about it. That has become, it was already kind of a rule, but we never had to put it out there in focus. It was mostly part of the don't do anything disruptive. Blocking staff members is fairly disruptive. It's disrupting moderation. It's disrupting our ability to moderate. And, it's kind of, part of peacekeeping of the instance. Like, we just don't want people fighting, and that's what we're just trying to avoid. Other than that, we just hope people come and have fun and just go there, like have your fun and, enjoy playing with the AI. Bingus has become a quite popular one that people like to play with because she's, intentionally mean. But also take it with a grain of salt because, it's just an AI, it's not. I think I keep turning down the wrong thing. Yes, I am. There we go. I keep turning down my headphones instead of my mic. But yeah, that is about it. Again, if you like what we're doing, please subscribe. If you have suggestions for a project for our weekly update and, project session, we're still happy to do something. Like if you ever need help with something specific Unity, feel free to go into Discord and, bring up a subject. We'll try to do, I can still try to do a stream on Wednesdays like this for, going over a project or something. But in the meantime, we're giving ICOM our full attention. And we also thank every one of our subscribers, both through Patreon and Discord. We really appreciate it. And we hope to continue doing what we do and continue having fun and continue letting you have fun with us and our AI. But thank you very much. And that concludes this week. Have a good week, and we'll see you tomorrow for the World Hop. Bye-bye.